Imagine being able to retire with hundreds of thousands of dollars completely tax-free. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, that's exactly what a Roth IRA can do for you, but only if you understand the rules and start using it the right way. Here's the thing, most people don't realize the Roth IRA comes with contribution limits, income restrictions, and withdrawal rules that can either make or break your strategy. And there's one little known feature that allows you to tap into money early without paying a penalty at all, something most people completely overlook. But the real kicker, if you take full advantage of compound growth inside of a Roth IRA, you could turn a few $1,000s a year into a retirement account worth $500,000 or more, all tax-free. I'm going to break down everything you need to know about Roth IRAs, how they work, how much you can contribute, the differences between Roth and traditional accounts, the role of compound interest, where to open one, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to use this tool to set up yourself for financial freedom. Let's start by talking about the main reason Roth IRAs are so good. You pay tax on post-tax dollars now, but when you withdraw the money later, you don't pay tax at all. Meaning, yes, you will get taxed on your money today, but later down the road, when you pull the money out of your account, you won't lose anything at all. The reason this is a good thing is if you're making less money now, but you plan to make more money in the future, which is most careers as a whole, you will spend less money on taxes, which is absolutely perfect. That being said, there are some contribution limits and income rules. Let's talk about them. For 2025, the contribution limit is $7,000 per year, but Roth IRAs also come with income restrictions. If you're single and your modified adjusted gross income is under about $146,000, you can contribute the full amount, but for married couples filing jointly, the phase-out range is $230,000 to $240,000. So what about actually taking money out of a Roth IRA? There are rules here too. First is the age 59 and a half rule. You generally need to wait until you're at least 59 and a half to withdraw your earnings tax-free. The second rule is called the 5-year rule, which says your Roth IRA needs to be open for at least 5 years before you can take out earnings without penalties. But here's a key point that a lot of people don't realize. Your contributions, the money you put in, can always be withdrawn at any time with no taxes and no penalties. It's only the growth, the earnings on your investments that you need to wait for. So if over several years you put in $30,000, your account grows to $50,000, you can always take out that $30,000 if you absolutely need to. The extra $20,000 though has to stay put until you hit the age and 5-year requirement. That being said, the general consensus is to just never pull money out if you don't have to, but again, the option is there if you need to. But again, the real magic of a Roth IRA comes from the compound growth. Let me give you an example. Suppose you invest $6,000 every year for 30 years, and your investments average about a 7% annual return. Over that time, you'll have put in $180,000 of your own money. But with compounding, your account could grow to roughly $567,000. That's more than triple your contributions, and here's the beautiful part. You get to take out all of that in retirement 100% tax-free. Now compare that to a traditional IRA. If you had the same $567,000 in there and you're in the 25% tax bracket in retirement, you'd lose over $140,000 to taxes. With a Roth, that money stays in your pocket. Again, you will have to pay taxes when you put it into the account, but you will pay much less tax in the long term if you go with a Roth, of course. Again, by now, I hopefully have you at least a little bit convinced. So where do you actually set up a Roth IRA? The good news is it's easy. You can open one at any major brokerage. Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab are excellent choices with no account fees and access to low-cost index funds. Opening the account usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes online, and once you open, you can just transfer money in from your bank account. But here's something very important. Opening the Roth IRA is just step one. The money you put in just doesn't automatically grow. You need to choose your investments inside the account. Think of it as like a checking account. You can put money into a checking account, but that doesn't actually just spend your money. It's similar with a Roth IRA account. So what should you put inside your Roth IRA? You've got options: stocks, bonds, ETFs, index funds, target date retirement funds, and more. For most people, the simplest and most effective strategy is to stick with a low-cost index fund that tracks the overall market. An S&P 500 index fund or a total stock market index fund spreads your money across hundreds or even thousands of companies, lowering your risk while letting you capture the growth of the entire market. If you want a one-stop shop approach, a target date retirement fund automatically adjusts its mix of stocks and bonds as you get closer to retirement. Again, do your own research and pick what's right for you. Every financial product, though, has its pros and cons, so let's run through them quickly. The pros of a Roth IRA are tax-free growth, of course, flexible access to contributions, no required minimum distributions in retirement. The cons are the relatively low contribution contribution limits, the no upfront tax deductions, and income restrictions that can block higher earners. But overall, the benefits outweigh the downsides for the vast majority of people. That said, there are mistakes you'll want to avoid. The first big mistake is not investing the money at all. People sometimes open a Roth IRA, deposit the cash, and assume it's growing, but it's just sitting there. You have to actually buy funds or stocks. Second, don't pull money out too early unless it's an absolute emergency. The real power of the Roth comes from leaving the money to compound over decades. Third, avoid high-fee investments inside your Roth IRA. Fees quickly eat away at your returns over time, so stick with low-cost funds. And finally, don't miss contribution deadlines. You have until tax day of the following year to contribute from the prior year. But don't procrastinate. Get in the habit of contributing regularly. So who should open a Roth IRA? Pretty much anyone who qualifies. It's especially good for younger workers in lower tax brackets, people who expect to be in a higher tax bracket in the future, or anyone who simply wants the peace of mind of tax-free income in retirement. Even if you're older and if you think your tax rates are going to rise, a Roth IRA is still a solid move. At the end of the day, the Roth IRA is one of the most simple and powerful tools you can use to build long-term wealth. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, but honestly, all those out there are pretty much scams. You put in after-tax money, you let it grow, and in retirement, you enjoy tax-free income. With contribution limits of $7,000 per year or $8,000 if you're over 50, it may not seem like a game changer in the short term, but over decades, the combination of steady contributions and compound interest can turn into a modest account into hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the best part of it, once again, is once it's yours, it's yours. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel for more personal finance videos. And if you stay to the end of this one, you'll probably like more on my channel, so check them out. Peace out.